the Brave with me, Lisa Kennedy. And before we get into it, as per usual, if you're not already following us on the socials, we would love to see you there. So we've got Facebook, we've got TikTok, and we've got Instagram. And we've had lots of lovely new followers on Instagram, so I have to say hello and thank you so much for following us. But if you're not already, please go and link all of our socials. And also, we're on Patreon. I know I'm always having on about it, but the Braw and the Brave mugs are on there now, so get on our Patreon. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already clicked that button and subscribe, please do so now. Okay. I do have to tell you though, we have a sponsor for this episode, which is very exciting. Angela McCallum, Scottish vocal coach, has kindly sponsored this episode and I am absolutely thrilled. I've said it before, Angela, I have a first-hand experience of having lessons with Angela and she is phenomenal. I can't thank her enough. She really, I mean, her expertise go above and beyond, but actually the confidence that she gave me back as a singer, it's invaluable. So if you are a singer, if you're a budding singer, you have to check her out. So Scottish vocal coach, I'll put all the details below. But I'm going to stop blathering on because actually, a lovely seamless link here. My guest today is none other than Jai McDowall.
Hey,
yay!
Hello. And just for the record, I love Angela too.
Oh,
I've never had any
lovely.
lessons from Angela, but we've worked together many times and she's absolutely wonderful. So.
She really is, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. And you're here in your Christmas jumper.
I know.
You're actually real. I've
I'd make
talked
an
to you
effort.
through the internet for so long. I'm like, he's actually here.
I thought that when I was coming up, I was like, we've never met. This is weird.
I know, it's so
weird.
funny. But then there's all these links.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
the links.
We were talking about that before we come on. So many people that we know. Your partner obviously was in Soul Nation and I know Chris and mental.
It's wild. I know we've been blathering. You realise this with the podcast, like somebody comes in and we have a nice blather and I'm like, this should be on the podcast.
This should be on the podcast, I know. I was thinking that while we were chatting and I was like, maybe we should save this. But it's fine.
It's all good.
There'll
It's
be
all
plenty,
good.
plenty.
You're delighted with your mug
my two
situation
mugs.
because you were telling me that your favourite colour is orange.
Oh, I'm over here.
And we didn't know this, but we've went all out
Yeah.
on the orange for you
Love
today, Jai. I mean, the fact that you've been able to squeeze this into your very busy schedule, I very much appreciate it because you are a very busy human, because you're a very talented human.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that. No, especially in the lead up to Christmas, I'm always really busy unless I'm doing, I'm doing panto.
Yes.
Like I can do other things.
Yes.
But I totally fluffed that, but it's fine. Basically, normally I do panto is what I was trying to say. But this year, actually, I'm not doing panto. I'm doing my own show.
You are. In
Ayr at the town hall.
So cool.
And I'm putting it all together. I'm promoting it. I'm doing everything, which is
You have
mental.
everything. Yes.
Mental. I'm just like, I always thought I would maybe as I got older go into producing. No, I
Not
don't
when you're
know.
so talented. You have to be up front and you have to be doing the actual singing.
you know
you have to be entertaining people because that's how amazing you are. You have to keep doing that.
I know, but sometimes, and this is the thing, like I've got like this sort of split personality where I'm like, I like to be a bit of a control freak and I like to know how things work. But then also, could somebody just come and do everything for me? That'd be great.
Could you just come and do it my way?
yeah.
Could you
Come and do it, but I'll tell you if you're not doing it right.
I think that's perfectly acceptable, guy. And in terms of doing it all, you've been doing this a long time. Not that I'm aging you or anything, Jai,
no,
but
hey, tell me
you've
about
had an incredible career to date.
It'll be, what are we, 2025? Yeah, so 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, mental.
Did you see yourself from a young age as a young person, this was the pathway you were always wanting to go down?
I think when I was very young, I was very lucky that my dad, he sings and plays guitar.
Yes.
But also like his parents, were singers and even like my mum's dad, he used to have instruments around the house and things like that. And, some of the first music I listened to was on his record player and things like that. So it's always been something that's brought me joy.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I realised that I could do it. And so, yes, I was just like, it's a no-brainer.
Do you remember like a moment where somebody else was like, because obviously you feel it yourself, like the joy of singing, but the moment that somebody else goes, here, wait a minute, you can actually sing.
Yeah. So I'd sung obviously like in front of grannies and grandpas and things like that when I was really small. But when I was 9, I went to Gran Canaria on holiday with my mum and dad. And there was a karaoke competition in the hotel. I think we must have been there for 2 weeks because my dad won it the week before.
No way!
Yeah. And then I was the first kid to ever win it.
Wow, how lovely is that? That's so cool.
At 9, it was mad. But I just remember, I always think this sounds a bit weird, but I think I just meant that it was bringing joy to people, and I don't mean like everybody clapped for me, so I was like, yeah, love me.
No.
But I just mean
you got a sense
everybody,
that
everybody was enjoying what I was doing, and I was like, this is great, and I really enjoy doing this. So that's
more
cool.
of that.
But my mum and dad, I mean, at the time I was raging about it, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, right.
But I'd auditioned for Stars in Their Eyes Kids.
Yes.
And I got through as Ronan Keating, and it just so happened that the TV recording happened on the day of, like, I think it was biology prelim.
Raging.
And prelim, may I add. And they wouldn't
Still
let me go.
About it. Quite rightly so.
Raging.
Not that I'm holding a grudge or anything, but prelim, by the way.
So basically, they didn't let me go.
Oh.
But I failed the prelim because all I could think about was the fact that I wasn't there.
When am I going to use this biology nonsense?
I know, sake. I could have been Ronan.
14 years later,
Ronan Keating.
a hugely successful singing career. See, you did always know. You did always know.
That is the thing. Like, see, I think from the moment I realised I wanted to. And it's always been one of the things. Like, so I was really lucky. I had a wonderful music teacher at secondary school called Mrs. McMillan.
Okay.
Or Miss McMillan. And she's actually now, as I get older, she is a good friend of mine because I used to do Amdram, and she does all that as well. And so she's still in the clubs that I was part of.
Lovely.
So
I didn't know you used to do Amdram.
Yeah,
Because I'm involved in Amdram, so I know how special that is to the participants and to to be in the production team. I've been with the same club for nearly 20 years.
Oh, wow. Well, I would have been, I think, if I hadn't buggered off.
And it's just so lovely, like, to be part of something like that, and like to put on productions that are, if you're never going to get the chance to be in the West End, it's as near as you're going to get.
Well, that's like, so obviously I've auditioned for things over the years, and I've got friends of mine who've played my dream parts, and I'm like, you plonkers. You plonkers. But it was such a great experience. And actually, Britain's Got Talent, the first song I ever sang was Anthem, because when I joined their amateur opera company, they were doing chess, and some of the members may have been raging about it, but I went first edition and got the part of Anatoly. So I was like, okay. And I'm a nice guy.
You sure?
I think.
Yeah.
But I was just like, and things like drama and stuff, I just didn't know about it. And I actually didn't know about it until years later. Somebody was like, no.
Sing the songs, okay?
Everybody was raging. But it was such a nice show to be part of. And actually, like, I'll up see if it comes back. Like, it came, I think, for 2 days, maybe, or for 1 day.
Yeah, I've never seen chess, actually.
It was in Drury Lane Theatre in London for, I think, 1 day, potentially. And this is how dedicated I was.
Okay.
I was like, right, I'm getting the night bus down, and I'm getting the night bus back up.
That is dedication.
I was dying, don't ever do it. However, I went to see it, and to my own surprise, to be fair, I knew the whole show still.
Is that right?
Like, and I was just like, oh my God, that's great. But it's just, I love the music, and it, like, part of Anatoly, if it ever comes round, like,
thoughts become things. Put it out there. Put it out there in the ether.
Because it's on Broadway just now.
Right. Okay.
So I'm hoping it's gone for a West End transfer.
Are you familiar with Jamie Lloyd, the director?
Yes, yeah.
I've got a feeling that he'll maybe do something with chess. There you go. Thoughts become things. Put it out there.
But then how do you work in a almost naked person with pants on and blood into chess? Because that's pretty much been an noise shows.
We'll figure it out.
But to be fair, I saw Sunset Boulevard.
So did I.
So he did Sunset Boulevard.
I went down for the day as well. It was amazing.
Just incredible.
Yeah, it
just
really
incredible.
was.
And I know he's done other stuff since.
Yeah, so he's Cyrano before that with James McAvoy here. And it's one of the best things I've ever seen. And, because of the hype, because people are like, Jamie Lloyd and Nicole Scherzinger. And I was like, no, I'm going because I love his work. Yeah. It's not because, Nicole Scherzinger was amazing and James McAvoy was outstanding, by the way. But it was just like, I love that stripped back, but I still love a classic, classic musical or whatever. But yeah, so musical theatre has been there from quite early on then.
Yeah, and that's, well, so years before, my music teacher obviously caught on that I could sing.
Yes.
But it was always this nice thing, and I know I called it secondary, some folk call it high school, whatever it may be, but that can be some of the toughest years of your life.
100%.
And I genuinely believe that my teacher used to let me go away into a room and just sing for practice and whatever.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that not only did it help me get through school, but I genuinely don't think, because although I used to gig with my dad at the weekends and stuff, and that was my practice, and that was how I got used to audiences and things like that. But those like periods of time where it was just me and a song, and I was just figuring out what was going on and how this worked and where I could go and what I could hit. I mean, the home eccy department enjoyed it, but there was definitely some moments where they were probably like, shut up, Jai.
To be fair, I was in a school the other day there, and above me there was obviously boys practicing, and it was like a Nirvana song, and I was like, after the 5th time I was like,
yeah,
you are nailing this. I can't hear myself think, but I'm like, I don't want to discourage it. But practice makes perfect. And I was that kid too, I have to say.
Yeah.
The music department was my solace. I had a rough time at high school. So it's so important, those teachers that you remember, the people that totally nurture that talent and give you space, because not everybody learns the same way. Not everybody's experiences at school certainly are the same. So when somebody just sees something in you or gives you that space or gives you that safe space to be you, I mean, it works wonders. Do you know what I mean? Like you say, you don't know where you would have been if you hadn't had that experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That support.
I do think, because obviously back in the day, and even I was discussing this with a friend of mine the other night, although I don't see myself as old, when I was growing up, it was a completely different time.
Yeah.
And there wasn't, so I think shows like Glee changed the way that the youth of today.
Yeah, no, you're right.
See musical theatre and all that sort of stuff. And when I was at school, it just, financially, I guess, was out of my reach in my head. But also it just didn't seem like something that was viable. It wasn't a good career path. Don't know what that was. I think career wasn't it. But
totally that resonates.
But and it was so hard, because the thing is, although I've been doing it for 14 years, it's not always been easy. It's not always been a walk in the park. I've had, times where I'm like, can I pay my bills? Can I feed myself? And I've been so blessed with good friends, good family, good people around me that have always, made sure that I was all right. And even above and beyond the kind of material stuff, but mentally, this whole, the industry is such a tumultuous thing, and nobody tells you that, nobody prepares you for that, and that's one of the most and I think shows like I know X Factor's not on anymore, but I think they got better through time because a lot of folk
behind
come
the
off.
scenes
But
in
again,
terms of support, yeah.
But again, when I was on it, I went from, and I always say this, I went from being Jai to being Jai McDowall overnight.
Strange.
And I know it sounds mental, but even just that subtle, even that subtle change of nobody would just use my first name unless they knew me. But people that saw me in the street, I remember I was going down Oxford Street Street in London.
Yeah.
And guys on scaffoldings went, "Oh, you Jai McDowall?" I went, "Huh? Huh? Oh, right, I've just been on the telly." Yeah, wow, and I had to remind myself.
How strange.
And it just, and even God, it took me so long. And even now, I struggle sometimes, because
you're just you.
I'm just me. Yeah, that's it. It's just, and even I've spoke to people who are top of their game, and they still feel the same. And I'm just like, oh, that makes, and that, it's wee conversations like that where you speak to people who are, well, as I would smashing it. But even they have their wee imposter syndrome days where
that must make you feel then this, all right, okay, if that's how they feel, then it's legit. And I guess it's all about keeping your feet on the ground. I mean, I had JJ Gilmore in here the other week there, who used to be lead singer of the Silencers, and has had an amazing career as a solo artist as well. And he was saying like the very thing about the industry being so like, I think he called her a fickle mistress. You know, and he was like, at one point they were like, "You're a worldwide priority today," and he was like, "Well, what does that mean?" Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, obviously you want to ride the wave and you want to like celebrate the highs, but then, you know, he's like, you can't, it's not all highs, and there will be lows, and it's kind of like not believing your own hype as well, and but then you do have to believe in yourself, because nobody's going to do the work. It's tricky.
It's such... Yeah, just because even watching you, you're like, wait a minute, no, but you've got to. But and it's
totally, and I understand on a much smaller scale in terms of my career as a choreographer and a dancer, and even doing the podcast. Do you know what I mean? You've got to, if you love something like singing and performing and entertaining people and holding space for people, you have to be like, I can do that. You can't be like, oh, not me. You can't, but you and I said the very thing. Like, we're like that in Scotland. We're like, oh, no, me. I'm just playing at shops and all that. But you do to an extent have to believe that you deserve the success.
And it's funny. I love. Before I say what I'm about to say, I love Scotland. I genuinely, I've never left, other than obviously for work, and. You know, when I was a wee boy, so when I was 16 up to whenever, right, until I realised what money really was.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to live in every major city of the world. I'm going to do all these travelling things. I'm going to do this. Now, I've been really lucky that my job has taken me to some incredible places around the world. But coming home, there's nothing like it. And I just genuinely... I love the country, and I'll always big it up. See when folk are like, oh, you know, I've never been to Scotland. I'm like, whoa. You need to go because you're missing it.
Yes.
Like, and it is, and that's the thing, but we are notoriously bad for just no believing in ourselves. And it's a shame, because so much good comes out of this country.
Absolutely.
So much.
Here.
And it's such a, like, so I've been very fortunate to go to America over the last few years for Scottish events, like, so it's like St Andrew's Day or Tartan Week or whatever it may be. And I've just been in Chicago last week, and I remember saying to the fella who organises it, now he's from Scotland,
okay,
but now lives out in Chicago, has a family, that sort of stuff. And I remember saying to him, it is mental that I come here and feel more Scottish. Might be the fact that I'm wearing a kilt all the time.
That's what you went wrong. You should be wearing a kilt all the time.
Well, the funny thing is though, right? See if I wore a kilt in Glasgow,
they're like, you're going to win. You're going to win every day.
So it's like, what? Whereas you wear a kilt in Chicago or New York and nobody bats an eyelid. They'll just want a wee photo. They're like, are you an Outlander? No. No, I'm not.
Oh, so that's wild, isn't it? Outlanders, it's put us on the map for sure.
That programme alone. Tell me about it. I love it. Love it. It did make me hate the English for a tiny bit. Not going to lie.
All patriotic and that. But how lovely for you, like that aspect of getting to travel. So yeah, there was aspirations as a young person to live in all the major cities, and then you realise how much money that's going to cost you, and you're like, well, great, my job takes you there. Just to pedal back for a second though, I'm really interested because... when I had my dance troupe, the Kennedy Cupcakes, we were in like a 1940s, 50s inspired troupe, and at one point we got to a place where it was like things were starting to take off, and that's where I was like, oh, I don't know, I'll keep it small. And I remember Britain's Got Talent got in touch to ask us to audition, and I did that thing. I was like, no, I don't think we can do that, because it just felt so like alien. And as much as like I really wanted to push us to that next level, and you know, obviously the possibilities were endless, you know, you never know what could happen. It was that fear of like not understanding that world.
Yeah. And
so did you just put yourself forward?
So I maintain I did. My dad maintains he did.
Oh, right. Okay.
We'll agree to disagree. However, I had auditioned for a lot of things if I was quite young, and I'd sent away CDs and demos and things like that. And I think I had auditioned for X Factor 3 times, I think, by this point. And the year before, I got through to like the boot camp stage, and that was the year of like One Direction and things like that.
Okay.
And And as I say, I got put out just before the dance round, I think, which is probably a good thing.
Okay.
Although the thing is,
I mean,
I say that, but I could dance if I just had a wee bit more confidence.
I was going to say, you've done panto, you must have danced.
You've done panto, you must.
You must be good at picking up choreography, for sure.
Step, click.
Listen, that's all you need.
No, they look at me and they go, right,
No,
right, we'll just step. No,
you're at it.
I actually, one of the I'm going to tell you a story. And
Okay.
It's horrendous. It is actually horrendous. So a good friend of mine now, Jack Storm, choreographer in a panto, he had been out in Korea and choreographed for Korean pop groups.
Great.
So he came to us not that long after that, I think, and was trying to get me to do all these dances. And I feel wrong. No, do you know what? I'm going to say it because it's fine. I didn't mean any malice. It came out my mouth and then I realised what I'd said. But I basically was like, I've got folk from Scotland coming here, meaning they'll slag me off for these, right?
Oh, right.
And he went, you trying to say? And I was like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I'm just not quite nailing your choreography.
Yeah. I'm just not flamboyant enough to do this every night and pop my habit. Turns out I was.
And be in tune at the same time.
Just so you know.
I'm sure you were fabulous.
No, it was, but however, he is now a very good friend of mine, and we managed to iron out that whole part.
You're like, I don't do the dancing.
I'm really sorry.
Just let me stand still and sing amazingly.
But no, but the thing is though, that again stems from a confidence thing though, of I'm no a dancer. But actually, see if somebody put me on Strictly, I'd work my arse off to make sure that I'd make sure that I wasn't. Also, I don't want to embarrass myself. Do you know what I mean?
No, totally. And I guess going through all these like auditions and the competitions and stuff, like you kind of have to push yourself to be like, okay, I'm borrowing confidence from like my future self.
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
You know, kind of almost like faking it till you make it kind of thing.
And that's the thing. Like so over the last few years, I've been doing a lot of sort of research into how your mind works and your nervous system and all the things. And I'm a great believer in the law of attraction and manifestation and what's for you will go by you. And I very much believe that when I come off the show, I got scared. Like what you were saying, right? You don't want to. So it's like the whole don't get above your station, don't get too big for your boots, blah, 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 right? And although they didn't mean it in a negative way, a lot of folk who had maybe voted for me that knew me and cared about me and loved me, and, you know, I was so grateful for all the support. But sometimes they'd be like, don't you be getting too big for your boots now? And I'd be like, I'm not. I won't, and you... I felt it. Like you just went, no, I better know because I really like you and you're such and such's granny or whatever, right?
Yeah, and they probably said it so flippantly.
No, but and that's the thing. But they didn't mean it at all. They didn't mean it. They were just like, don't you be changing the son, kind of like. But as in, and actually what they meant was, I like you the way you are.
The way you are.
And it's no, there was no malice in it at all.
No.
But I went, oh no, I better know.
Because you're a good person. And you want to remain a good person.
But then it's also that sort of like, I remember, so it was back in we done the very last Britain's Got Talent tour. And I come off, as I say, you come off the show and... Yeah,
you won it. It was huge. Like, it's wild.
It was mad.
I mean, it's incredible. What an achievement. That's, I mean, well done.
Thanks. But do you know something?
Amazing.
And I feel really bad. I'm just going to say it. That made me feel really funny inside.
Did it? Sorry, pal.
No, but...
I don't mean to be.
It's not your fault.
Don't
but
say nice things to me.
But that's what I mean. But that's what I'm talking about.
I know.
And it's like... Over the last few years, I've been really trying hard to just be like, right, you need to get comfortable being seen. You need to get comfortable with compliments because it makes people feel awkward. Like
you're like, don't look at me.
Don't do it. Don't. I'm just.
It's like that thing we do. Like you and somebody's like, oh, I like your outfit. You're like, oh, this thing.
It was a $5 for Primark or something. Whatever.
My partner's like, why do you tell people how much it is? And I'm like, oh, charity shop. And do you know what I mean? It's funny, isn't it? But it is just to an extent, it is a Scottish thing, and to an extent, I think it is not the clothes thing, but like a performers thing.
Yeah.
I think it is. I see it a lot. Like obviously I work with a lot of performers, and we're just like we're getting to do the thing that we like, and it's lovely that you like it, but you don't need to tell me.
Yeah. So as I say, I've just been out in Chicago, and Americans don't have that block.
No.
So they're very much like, oh my God, we love you. And I'm like, can I go? Can I go now? Can I go? I need to go to my bed.
Talk about somebody else other than me.
I was like, no. So tell me about you.
It's so funny, isn't it? After all these years too, and all the success. I mean, the incredible success that you've had.
And it is one of the things, I think, do you know what and it stems from a sort of like, so when I was a kid, you know, obviously the whole don't get too big for your boots, all that kind of stuff. But it's, you kind of, I don't know, like it depends, I suppose, where you grow up. But I used to know a lot of people that maybe did get their dreams, or maybe, you know, made a bit of money or go to a flashy car, and you would hear the things of the adults run about you, and you'd be like, oh, maybe I can't do that. I don't want to get too confident because I might get arrogant. And although I don't think I ever would be, especially perform, like we all need a wee bit, a kick up the backside, the injection of confidence every now and again, and
yes.
and I love it. Like, but even, I mean, I've seen performers over the years and been like, I love it, but also I'm pure raging right now because you're like, you just make it look so effortless. Whereas,
we were saying that earlier on, we were talking about the amazing Reds, who
so
we both
Red,
know.
yeah, and she done her first debut solo gig, or headline gig, sorry.
Yes.
And she just looked incredible. She just looked incredible, at ease. She knew what she was doing. It was just, and everything that was, I mean, it was like flowing. It was just flowing out her mouth. But
then people look at you
but then
and would
I've
say
heard
the
that
exact
as well.
same
I know.
thing.
And
I guess it's just
a
your
weird
coping
thing.
mechanisms or your not coping mechanisms, whatever.
Help me.
And then sometimes, because I'm the same, like, in terms of, like, how I work, and sometimes I'm like, why am I like this? Why am I always lastminute.com? And then I'm like, well, you've been doing it long enough and it's working for you. Like, if it's no broke, don't fix it. But I guess it's just more the anxiety for yourself. Feel like you put yourself through the ringer. If before every performance you are like a nervous wreck, or you can't like enjoy it. I mean, when you're on stage, do you find a peace?
As long as, so funny thing, so I've got obviously my home Christmas shows next week.
Yes.
But one of the things that I speak about with a friend of mine, Brian, who's one of the McDowall brothers. Do you remember the McDowall brothers? So
yes.
The boys and I, we've done a show called Ayrshire Lads down the road, and we've become really good friends. And Brian he's playing guitar for me at the Christmas gig.
Cool.
On the Christmas gig. Doesn't matter.
He'll be there.
He's on the stage. But fingers crossed.
Love it.
So anyway.
Brian, you're doing the gig next week.
Aye. Sorry, pal, I didn't tell you, but here we are. No, but him and I are hilarious before a gig, because especially a home gig, we absolutely panic. And then we're like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Anything else? Why are we choosing this hell?
I know. But then you get on stage, and I've never felt peace like it.
No, see.
And I'd honestly, and again, a bit woohoo, but there are times I'm on stage and I am no there. I'm away.
Yes.
I'm away.
And what a beautiful thing to have that.
And that's the thing. I remember, not to bring up the dreaded C word, but during COVID,
yes,
I ended up going back to work because it was so long. I was bored. I ended up being a teacher, parent, whatever it was, for my niece until she went back, and I was like, that's great, cool beans. Homeschooling is not the one. Nope. Talking about dancing, actually. Okay, my bussy. She's my pal. I think I done more dancing than the Wayne did. She just looked at me as if I was stupid. But anyway, but no, so like during that, and then I went back to work, and although again, it was doing the support work that I had done before the show.
Great.
And I love it, and it, you know, I like looking after folk. I like taking care of people, and it was wonderful to be able to do, and it was lovely for a time. But I remember going back to work and going, and there was just a wee something in there, and I was just like, no, this is it. This is my bit. This is where I belong, and this is my calling. And
you deserve to do that job.
Yeah, yeah.
You do? Good, well done.
There we go, thanks.
I'm proud of you for that.
Thanks.
You do. Do you know what I mean? Because you bring what you give
Yeah.
is so much. but what other people get from that. Do you know what I mean? And I know obviously you get so much from your audiences, do you know what I mean? And there'll be people that will come up and tell you things and share stories. And I guess with social media as well now, like people will send you messages and tell you how much your music and how much your voice means to them. You know, Jai was sitting here last week and, you know, he was saying like about just like people sending messages and saying like, I put your lyrics on someone's headstone, and you know, just things that you're like, you know, Jay was like, you can never imagine that would be a thing where your music and your voice and what you do on stage, how much it means to people and how much it connects. And so like you doing your job and doing it well is not only important to you, but it's important to other people.
And it's lovely to, like, I've had similar messages throughout the years as well. And again, I'll be honest, I don't know how to take it sometimes, because you're like, oh, okay.
I'm just singing. I'm just singing a song.
But it is nice though to. I used to have this thing. I was like, see if somebody was like, "You made me cry," and I'm like, "Yes, thank you," because again, I feel like I've done my job, because I don't know if it's maybe because I'm in the industry and I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't know, like work and people performing, but it really has to be really, really good to get me.
Get you. Who gets you?
Who gets me? Oh God, who gets me?
Whether it be live or just listening to tracks.
Oh no, I'm going to have to come back to that one, because I actually can't.
Or is there a particular song even that just gets you every time?
So Christmas, I've been doing Christmas recently, and there's a song that I am performing. He says, I've sang it through a few times, and I'm like, I might cry. It's called Grown Up Christmas List. And there's a lovely version. Now, I'm a massive Kelly Clarkson fan, but I'm going to deviate just a tad. And there's a version by an artist called Catherine McPhee, who's also another American Idol.
Yes, amazing.
But her version's just, and makes me cry.
Oh,
makes me
I'm
cry.
just going to listen to this.
And it's just lovely. And I think, do you know what it is? So it's David Foster wrote the song. She's married to David Foster.
I didn't know that.
It's obviously her and him both. And I'm just like, that's cute.
You're a big softie.
Aye. Oh no, I'm a big softie. That's the thing. I'm like, at heart, I am a big softie. But again, through life, you've just got to put on that wee.
Yeah, I guess it's like self-protection, because you are in like a difficult industry as well. So there is the elements of like, you know, you just have to look out for yourself, because, you know, if you don't look out for yourself, nobody else is going to age. I mean, and like, I guess when you are such a nice person, you wear your heart in your sleeve and you're doing the job because you love it and your intentions are good, it's trying to like keep that like purity away from all the not so nice stuff about being in the industry.
And it's the thing is, you know, again, as I mentioned, you know, subscribe to an awful lot of kind of thought process of like your aura and energy and all that sort of stuff. And it very much is like, it can be exhausting, you know, doing the job. And as much as I love talking to fans, you know, at meet and greets or after the gig or whatever, it's a lot.
Of course it
is. It's a lot.
Absolutely.
And it's just, it takes, because I didn't realise that how much sometimes that it takes, and there was a lot of times where if I'm on a gig, you know, I love, as I say, I love talking to folk, and it's never an issue at the time. It's always when I step away and I go to my hotel room and I go, oh, and then you go, oh crap, like that was a lot.
You need to be, I mean, not that you're being not your genuine self, but there's an element of being a heightened version of yourself, where you are holding space for people on stage, and also when you're meeting them backstage, it's still, you don't get just to be Jai.
Because you have got to, like, I remember I used to work in the village pub in the Plew, and before TV land, I used to say that there was like a pub Jai. Because there was.
Of course it is, yeah.
And it's funny as well, like, even, like, there have been days where, right, I have felt like not good.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but anyway, just not good.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to it's like that.
I know.
It's like it's turning it on. You've got to turn it on. But then it's funny because I always be like, I can turn it on for other folk. Why can't I just turn it on for myself?
It's like you're reading my mind. I'm 100% there for you. And I think there's just something in us as as creatives, as performers, that it just, if everybody else is having a nice time, then you're like, then I'm having a nice time.
There's also that, yeah, because you feed off energy.
You do.
Like I honestly, like I have done shows where the audience have been electric and it's been the best show ever, and I've done shows where it's just like they're still enjoying themselves, but they're a bit reserved. So you're like, what is going on? Oh no! But then you'll get the nice comments at the end, being like, "Oh, I absolutely love the show,"
and you're like,
and
you
you're
could
just
have told
like,
your face.
Well, Margaret.
And how is it that you always play to the person that's got their arms folded and you're like, everybody else is having a nice time, but you will make your mission to for that person who looks grumpy, and they might not be grumpy. You don't know what's going on, but you've decided that they don't like you.
Well, I don't even want to know what my face looks like in an audience. I travelled when I was younger. I think when I was maybe like 21, 22. And I was on a train. And like, do you know the wee like Harry Potter carriages you see in the film? It's kind of like one of them. And I think I was in Romania, and I was sitting across for this girl, and we were on this train for a long time. And she pulls out this pack of cards and she's like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, yeah, that's fine." So then we get chatting, and she went, "Your personality doesn't match your face."
What?
I was like, oh.
Okay.
Now, in fairness, I'd been travelling for maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks maybe at this point. And it was all like I was doing this thing where I knew where I was starting to it, and I just didn't know where I was going.
Ooh,
so I was like,
that's brave.
That's
super brave.
I mean, it wasn't it? I stayed in -7 degrees in Chamonix in I think the south of France.
Okay.
Basically the kind of Alps area.
Yeah.
Freezing cold. Had to sleep in a phone box because nothing was open and I couldn't get a place to stay because I hadn't planned my trip.
Oh.
So yes, some of it was incredible. Other times, not so much.
Please tell me you're better at planning your trips now when you're having to go away for gigs. You're not sleeping in phone boxes.
No.
Although, you really do need a PA.
Yeah.
Somebody help this
Tell
boy
me about it. Tell me about it. I would love a manager and a PA and all this stuff, because honestly, I don't know. But the thing, I think I've done all right. I think I'm doing all right. I think I'm doing all right.
You have. You've nailed it.
Sometimes my travel can be questionable. Yes.
Well, I mean, but there's so, like, that's the thing, and people don't get to see the behind the scenes, and I guess that's what I love about doing this podcast, because you think you understand somebody, you think you know, you've seen them in the telly, they won Britain's Got Talent, like, people think that there must be so many misconceptions about you and your career today that people, good or bad, that you must just be like, sometimes be met with like facts about yourself, and you're like, that's not really how it plays out.
Yeah, and it's hard because, I remember being in a shop once with my auntie, and this woman comes up and she's like, we're looking, and it was my auntie that said, she's like, oh, that's too dear. And I was looking at her, I'm going, but it's nice. And the woman shop assistant come up and she was like, but that's all right, because he's a millionaire, so it's fine, it's absolutely fine. I'm like,
you're like that?
Yeah, I am, yeah, cool, yeah, cheers.
You're looking for that millionaire.
But it was dead funny because my auntie Trisha was like, I just get on, it's fine. Just get on. It's like, yeah,
have it on.
Manifest.
That's it. Those become things.
And it was quite funny, but it just all the kind of things happen, and then that's the thing as well. Like, people just assume that, and don't get me wrong, I have been, and I've been really lucky that I have stayed in, like swanky places, or I've had a driver, I've had whatever, right? But it's not always. And people just assume that you're going to your 4-star hotel, a 5-star hotel. You know what I mean? Getting a back rub before my bed.
You're like, it's all in my rider, guys. It's all in my rider.
Anybody say Skittles?
But what you are doing is you are totally smashing your career, and literally, like, you haven't stopped working. Like, you haven't stopped working. And that's a huge achievement in itself. To be doing something you love, and battling all the things, the behind the scenes, all the and all the stuff that's going on, the chatting that's going on in the back of your head all the time, you've curated this amazing career for yourself. And that is all down to you, and you've worked really hard. You've got I mean, your voice is just incredible, Jai, honestly. And it's so lovely just to see somebody do the thing that they love, even though it's dead hard. You know that sentence like, "Oh, you'll never work a day in your life if you're doing something you love." No, you'll work 10 times harder. You'll because you love it, you know, and you can't imagine not doing it.
And that is the thing as well. Like there are days where you go, I just want to run away to a beach in Spain and do nothing right now.
Yes.
However, on the other side of it, it far outweighs. Like that's the thing, like, you know, and it's nice. Like I know, so this time next week, I'll be 5 minutes into a meet and greet for my first gig. Probably going, but it'll be fine.
It will be fine. Because it always is.
But it will be fine. And that's the thing. Even and one thing that I have struggled with over the years, I think, or no struggled, but held on to are mistakes. And especially when they happen on stage, right? I'm like, oh God. And I think about them. And I mean, for weeks. And I'm not even joking, right? I'm no kidding. I remember doing a panto once, and a good friend of mine, who's still a good friend of mine, was doing wardrobe at the time. And I'd made a mistake one of the days, right? And it was a bit... It was a bit horrendous. I was wearing this weird... I was doing Cinderella. I was wearing this wig thing. And I used to have to spray it, like with hairspray, because it used to just fall down.
Okay.
And I didn't have time to spray it.
Oh, right, okay.
So it fell down. But then I was to bow to Cinderella at the time. Coat and the crown. Off it goes.
Oh, right.
Onto her head. It was horrendous. So then,
to be fair, though, panto,
you
can get away with that kind of thing. In panto.
Could not sing the next song because I was dying. And basically, though, I might have seen on stage.
Okay.
And
then you just held on to that forever and ever and ever.
Because there was Wayne's in the audience. I was raging at myself. I was like, how?
But that, you're a human.
I know, but she basically, we must have, I don't know, about 3 weeks left or something. And she said something, and it was always, and it became a thing though.
I was going to say, it'd been rock solid from then on in. You're like, this is not budging.
And she was like, you still spraying it? She's like, Jai, it's fine, it's not going to happen again. And she's like, Jai, like you've done so many shows after this, you know. But
it's because you care. It's because you care.
But however,
but you can't help that you're a human, and these things do happen, and it happens to us all. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you've just got to be like, well, I'll not do that again.
Well, so that's the thing as I get older.
Yes.
Not in the head. Just in the face.
Yeah, you just need to You just need to tell yourself like a different story.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's very much. I think I'm now getting to the point, as I say, where I'm like looking at like neuroscience and how your brain works and how your nervous system works and how it's wired and how you can rewire it, and how even at any age, right? Because see, like this whole, you kind of teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you 100% can, and you should. And I just like my dad. Like, I love this actually about my dad. He has just recently went back to college to learn British Sign Language at 67.
Yes.
67.
Love that.
And I'm just like, do you know what, mate?
Good on him.
Well done.
That's brilliant.
Aye, I love it. And it's so brilliant. And actually, so because of that, so he gigs still, and he done a gig down Stranraer way. And there was the Stranraer Southwest Signers, so they were signing the music. And then he, you know, enjoyed it that much. He was like, oh, actually, I'm going to go and learn. So now they're actually coming to do a few numbers with me and my dad at the show.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And I was just like this, because I just think I want to actually talk about that, because my dad, I mean, he obviously gets credit for like my singing voice, and I mean, I look like him. He's definitely my dad. He's denying
no
it.
doubt there.
But also the wee things, I'm just like, I want to celebrate you, because actually that's a brilliant achievement.
That's so lovely.
You know, because a lot of folk at that age would just be like, right, this is my lot in life. That's me, I'm winding down now. Like, whereas actually...
No. Why? But you don't need to accept that. No, if you don't want to. Do you know what I mean? Like, every day can be a school day.
And it's such a nice, especially as his like son. I mean, I've got siblings as well, but just to see that. Just
That's
like,
so
do you know
cool.
what?
And it's lovely how it ties back in with the music for you, that you can share that together. You can celebrate your dad, but also the inclusivity of that, you know, for you know, people that want to enjoy music, enjoy lyrics. Do you know what I mean, that they can be part of that?
'Cause I do, well, obviously doing pantos over the years, you'll get your signed performances, and I love it. I love it. And I actually got distracted once because I was like, you're great.
I know, it's incredible.
My line. Like, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, I did start learning during COVID. I signed up to a course and was loving it, and I found, not that I found it easy, but as a dancer, I connected with it right away, because I was like, because I ended up doing hand washing choreography and everything for the NHS, and so I was using my hands all the time, and I'm gutted because I let it kind of slide as soon as back to work and all the rest of it, and I didn't make space for it, and it's something I'd love to go back to, and always, like, you know, it's important to, like, when we do these videos, like a caption, we make sure the reels are captioned and stuff, because it's just that, you know, inclusivity, you know, and accessibility of things, but I love that you've got that with your dad, like, you know, from the connection from, obviously, from such a young age and singing, and both of you winning that competition to you're still both gigging, and your dad's doing it on his stage and what he does, and you're doing it on the stages that you're performing, and like for you, you know, obviously your career has went in all different realms, and you know, and you've been part of a G4, you know, we're a part of a group as well, which I guess was a whole other
that was
thing altogether.
A complete and utter learning curve. That was like, and it was good to have other folk on stage, like, as well. I think it's because that's the thing, like, so one of the things that I actually don't struggle. I don't struggle with it. I was going to say struggle, but I don't. I just worry about it, is my lyrics, because I know that if I trip up, it'll maybe snowball.
It's just getting you back on.
So, but what was really nice having other folk on stage was that if I did trip up, I was like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it was just nice. And the thing is, you know, it was a different, sort of different way of working, and it like harmonies and,
of course,
harmonies and learning. So they sing in obviously like different languages that we ended up, I think we sang in Spanish, Italian, and Mandarin.
Wow, gosh.
At one point, and so it then just again learning new skills, and
of course.
And the thing is, singing in a different language is something that I would have said no to initially, or before rather. Whereas, you know, if somebody came to me now, which somebody did again,
we're saying that earlier on
a couple of weeks ago, and she came and she asked me to sing the prayer in Italian, and I managed to get it. I'm not going to lie, stressed out about it for about a week, but I got it.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
I got it. No, and that's the thing. You know, it was such a, I think it was 2 years almost, kind of in total, and I joined for the 20th anniversary. And so Jonathan and we'd toured a couple of years previous to that, and then like basically on either side of COVID.
Got you.
With another show, and he'd kind of asked me to go in, and initially, again, maybe, you know, through fear or just whatever, I kind of said no, because I was like, oh, it's in a group, I'm a solo artist, and I don't sing harmonies, and I haven't sung in different languages, and you're opera, and so, you know, and it was one of those things. But then once I was persuaded to go,
he really wanted you.
I think it was just one of those things that, right, I've done it. I've been part of a group. I've
of course.
toured the UK, and it's, you know, we did a Christmas tour as well around a lot of the cathedrals and stuff, which was beautiful.
I mean, you must have played some venues, so you're like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, and that's it. And I toured Ireland as well with them, and I'd only ever been to Ireland once, I think, like as a musician.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was lovely to go over and just do that and see people, and I actually managed to catch up with Zoe Salmon, she was a Blue Peter presenter, but she was my very first Cinderella.
Oh,
and
nice
I hadn't seen her for a long, long time, and it was lovely to go and see her.
That's so cool.
And it's one of the things, oh God, that touring for me, like, becomes this, like, it puts anxiety and fear in the heads of every other person on the tour, right. And I'm just like, I'm just going for lunch with this person and this person and this person. And like, do you want to hang about with us for 5 minutes, Jai?
Like, sorry, I'm very busy and important to meeting up with all my pals.
I'm really sorry, but I can see you at any point, so I'll...
Well, that's the thing. It's the people you collect, though. And you've been doing this a long time, and you've had all these amazing experiences, and and you are a people person. I get that from
absolutely.
you. I get that. I totally knew that about you. So it's lovely how, and I guess for you, that connection is like stems back to the music, and it's just connecting with people.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, it's like, again, I've got such a beautiful network of people and friends and family around me, but none of them get the industry the way that industry folk get it.
Totally.
So it's, you know, and you're always, as we were saying earlier, you know, I'm grateful for my job and I love my job, but there are days where I could see it far enough.
Yeah, 100%. And thank you for saying that, because lots of people, that'll totally resonate with a lot of people, and it's important to say that it's not all sunshines and rainbows and you love it every day.
and it is that way. It's like, because you then feel like, and I think especially because I came from a TV show and folk voted for me and they paid money, and they, you know, you almost feel this need to pretend that everything is okay all the time.
But you have to be grateful all the time. Like, thank you. Like, you're in some sort of debt almost to people.
And it's not, again, it's not that I'm not. I am very much. But again, it's that way. It's like, I just whatever we moan the day.
That's allowed. Moan away.
Yeah. Whereas that's...
Because 99% of the time you're a cheerful person who's loving what they're doing and is working really hard to do the best that they can do. And and some days it's harder than others.
And that's it. But I've been, as I say, I've been really lucky that, you know, I've got good friends and even down south, down in Ayrshire. down south of Glasgow there, pal. Down south. Even down home,
yes,
I've got, you know, like, as I say, the likes of Braw, and I've got a good friend Meredith who, you know, they're industry folk and they kind of understand the ins and outs, and they're also really good at just like having a wee moan, and a wee bit of time where you can vent. Yeah. And then we're like, right, so cool.
That's that. Cathartic, innit? Just to get it out. Aye, that's allowed.
That's us done. Let's talk about all the cool stuff we're doing next.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
I don't know, where are you going on a cruise or...
Yeah, that can exist in the same sentence. Do you know what I mean? That can exist in the same conversation. You don't need to apologise for that, I think. And I'm glad you've said that, because it's important, and other people will be like, yes, he's correct. So don't apologise for it. It's important. But I guess, like, all the time you're working and you're just like, what's the next thing? And putting on the 2 gigs next week's like a huge undertaking in itself. But are there things, you've achieved so much to date, but are there particular things that you're like, that'd be nice if that happened? Or I'd quite like to do, because you've done the thing with the singing, with the group, and you've done panto, and you've done solo, and you've recorded, and like, what else is there?
I think, so, I think over the years, so I released my first album in 2011. And over the years, I've released singles and things like that. And some of them are originals, some of them are covers. But I've never written a full album.
Okay, yep.
I'm 40 next year. I know, I don't like it.
Listen, I'm well in that club, so I'm like, come in, it's fine.
But I would like to. I'm not. But do you know what it is? I'm no fear.
Good.
I'm no fear. I'm no worried. I'm no. You know, I'm no stressed out. Oh God, I'm 40. Nah, I'm actually grateful. A lot of folk don't make it.
Very true.
So
very true.
But I would love to. And I'm not going to, because my birthday's July, I'm not going to say by July.
No, that's
pressure. But I would like to maybe even just write enough so that, I don't know, but it's just that kind of way. It's something that, although I've done it over the years, I've no really fully scratched the itch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And
that's exciting.
I would like to try that.
Go for it.
But there's also, like, there's a big part of me, and again, that I'd like to take a wee bit of proper time off.
So you should do
Which is a bit mental.
Listen, as a total workaholic, anybody that knows he is watching this is like, take a day off, Kennedy. So yes, I hear you. Yes.
Because it is just that way. Like, I get periods of time where I'm off.
But you're not really.
But I'm not really.
I totally get it.
And as like you said there, like, you're always, right, that's done, what's the next thing?
So and your brain's not totally switching off of like, I'm going to do something for me that's not work related.
And the only time, like, a lot of folk will say to me, like, you seem to enjoy yourself when you're away as such. Like, so for instance, see if I go on a cruise, like working cruise, I'll get on the flight, and a flight for me is heaven. Like, because I just like, see if they started putting Wi-Fi on a flight, no,
don't want
absolutely
to know about the outside world.
Because it's just, I can sit and I play my movies and I don't have to feel guilty and I don't care, and I can watch whatever I want. I watched Stacey Solomon's Crafty Christmas on the flight to Chicago. I'm now going to go home and make a Christmas box for my show. But but the thing is, it's just guilt-free time where I can just switch off. Because as you say, like, again, and I'm grateful for it, I am, but people have access to you, to anyone nowadays, 24/7 really.
Yeah.
Unless obviously I'm sleeping. But even at that, still have access to me if I wake up for a pee.
Totally.
So it's
it's so important to say that. Like, and I guess like it's that refueling. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to look after. I mean, anybody knows me. The way I'm working now is like, she talks a good game. Like, eating the right things, like fueling your body, like doing things that you like that's not work related, because you are a whole person. You are not just music and entertaining people, as much as that's a huge part of your life, and that is you personally and also as professionally, and that the lines sometimes get blurred, but also you have other strings to your personality and your world, and things that you don't even know you like yet.
Well, that's it. That, I think, do you know what it is? My job as such, but it started as a hobby. So as I've got older, like I like reading. I haven't done it in a while. My mum did buy me a new Kindle for my Christmas. Well. Cheers, Brenda. And the intent is to pick that back up.
Great.
But so a good friend of mine, Sasha, we've been friends when we were at school, and she has I've just moved house, and she has just taken a painting that I did in school so we were doing it at Girvan Harbour, and we painted one of the boats, and she was with me, so we were literally sitting next to each other chatting away. But every time I've moved to, so I've been like, oh, there it's again. And I took a photo of it, and I was like, Sasha, I think I'm going to chuck this. And she literally, in capital letters, do not throw that out. Like, don't, I'll take it. And I was like, okay. Went to her house last week, the week before. She's got it in a frame with the photo of her and I, like, holding it up.
How sweet's that?
It was lovely,
That's so
honestly.
lovely.
And I was like, you're the only person with a Jai McDowall paint in your house. Just saying. Just saying, pal. But I would love to paint. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is incredible.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah.
Like, I think that's a thing. And
well, I'm wishing that for you.
Yeah. I would like
make
to
space for that, because you are important.
Yeah.
Jai is important.
And that's, again, for every human being. I think people struggle with self-care. Like, self-care is not selfish. It's not, because you can't give from an empty cup. You can't keep draining your own battery for other folk. Like, I have watched people around me do that for years. I do that. Like, I'm terrible. And it is just, it's a sad, like, that again, that's why when I'm away and I've got a sole purpose of, like, I am here to do a job. Like, so even, like, I went to Chicago and I had a couple of gigs, but I was there for 4 days. 4 days, yeah. I went walking, I went to the art gallery, I just went random shopping and went a wee bit mental, but I just did things for me, right? And it was lovely because I was away, and a lot of folk will be like, oh, but you have so much more fun when you're by yourself. I don't. I just have the time to be like, right, actually, what do you want to do today? Right, there's an art gallery there and you like that stuff, go. And
it's remembering that too. Like, sometimes, like, it must be hard to even know what you like when you're too busy work and giving to other people. And even if you want to think it from if you think it feels selfish at any point, you're like, well, just think how awesome I'm going to be, how refueled I'm going to be for my audiences when I go back to them if I've done the work on myself. So if you can't do it for yourself, like, do it for those people, and in return you will reap the benefits. Do you know what I mean? But it's so important. Like, I'm like, make sure you do stuff. I mean, like, I'm telling myself, but like, it is important because you give so much shit, and like, you know, your audiences will be there.
Yeah.
Like you're an incredible talent. You're a lovely human. You obviously give so much to your audiences and have done. And like the rapport you've built up, there'll be people that have been fans from day dot.
Yeah.
And there'll be people that will be literally becoming a fan today, and how exciting that is. And all the fans that are yet to come. But along the way, it's just important to be like, who am I and what do I like?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that'll all, and the music that you're going to write, that'll all feed back into that.
Thing. No, and it's one of those things. Like I remember like the Henry Cavill story of him liking all the wee figurines, and is it Warhead? Is that what it's called?
I think so. That sounds right.
Okay.
Oh,
Warhammer.
well done. The voice of Graham.
That's not creepy, but thanks, Graham. Warhammer. So anyway, you can tell that I left my geeky side at home today. So but I love that though, right? And I loved reading that story because as a kid, right, so I used to get model planes and paint the model planes. I got an Apollo 11 rocket when I was a kid and painted that with my dad. And just stuff.
And just like your dad, like making space for going to learn BSL, like you can do that too, and not feel bad about it because like it's important to keep nurturing yourself as a human, and it will find its way back through into your passion, which is music, of course. Jai, I've had a lovely time with you, and I knew I was going to like see the voice notes that you've sent me. They've brought me so much joy.
Oh, thanks. I mean, some folk think I'm a wee bit mental.
And you were talking to me, and then I was like, no, he's talking to somebody else now. And you were sitting in your car, and obviously somebody was coming up a one-way street the wrong way, and you were like, no, that's not. And I was like, and I was just like, I'm in Jai's world now.
So
I got a wee snapshot of you, and I was like, I'm so excited to meet him because I just got a total vibe of like who you are, and you're exactly what I thought you were going to be.
My agent says exactly the same to me. She's like, I love a Jai car voicemail.
Yes. Like I'm now living for them. I'm like, I know you've been on the podcast and I'm not like going to pure like stalk getting,
That's
but
hilarious.
if you ever want to send my voicemail, I'm here for it because I've had a lovely time and I've had an even nicer time actually talking to you in real life.
Same.
And I wish for you whatever you want, and just make the space for finding it because you've done amazing to now, and I know you're just going to continue to soar, but it's important that you're looking after yourself and doing the things that make your soul sing. The Braw and the Brave is that's the very thing. It's about supporting and promoting and celebrating people and their passions. And I'm just excited to see what you get up to next. Have the most amazing time next week at your gigs. The people of Ayrshire and beyond are in for a treat. I know they are. And thanks for coming on the Braw and the Brave. You are now you're now a Braw bag. Do you know that?
Braw bag.
And I mean that like with such
Can
sincerity.
we use that hashtag?
Yes, hashtag BrawBrave.
Braw bag. I love it.
I mean, you're getting a mug. I'm getting badges printed. So the next time I see you, I'll give you a
these ones or a clean one.
Oh, you get a clean one, and you get one with all the Scots words that start with B on it. You've not seen that yet? That's the one you're getting. That was your Christmas present.
Oh, thanks. I love it.
And I very much appreciated you're wearing your festive jumper. I felt very underdressed today. Jai McDowall, thanks, pal. You are indeed Braw and Brave. And on that note, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. We'll see you next time for more BrawBrave chats. And we'll wave to this lovely camera here. Bye.